Welcome to Turn Right Machine Works. My name is Keith, and today is the second episode of What's in Your Box, the giveaway. And we're ready to open up the box and add another tool today. All right, we not that every time I show you what's going in the box that I'm going to show you some magazines and pull something new out of the box, although I did look in the magazines again, and I do have a box here that we're going to open, and we're going to drag something out. And today I think, you know, I'm going to drag something out, and then I'm probably going to keep it as a tool for myself, and then I'm going to put something that I've been using and is still in good operating action, and a little special tool that everybody's been kind of eyeballing in the videos will be going into the toolbox today. And anyway, we're going to start out and we're going to open up this box here. Yeah, they make that so much easier and faster now, huh? But you don't get to use the box over. Sometimes I open the other side. Alright. Now, one of the things I ordered while I needed it, and I was out of strip emery for my own use here in the shop, so I did have them send me some of that. They're not coming to get me. Okay. The one thing that I had in thought for the box here was a mag base, and I went ahead and I ordered one. Now I had, you know, I was going to give up one of mine, but I actually I have 3. And I use them all the time, and I have them in different things, you know, different reasons, different setups and stuff. But I don't normally care for an adjusting rod, and I have one with an adjusting rod on it, and I eyeballed because they had a pretty good price on these. And you know, if you haven't already been into the wish book here, actually I've been. They overlap, and they send you so many of these. Okay, so we got Super January and February. Oh, and you know, they give you the little girls down there. I think that's Miss January and that's February. Anyway, in the sale catalog there, they did have SPI mag base holders, and they're gonna throw in the indicator with it as well. So I went ahead and I wanted to see what their mag base, and I ordered the one without the adjustment because I don't care for it. And what I would do is I'm going to take a look at this. If I'm happy with it, then I'm going to go ahead and exchange it for the one that I have with the adjustment, and we'll go ahead and we'll package up nice. Alright, now they in the same sale catalog, they're throwing in a 1-inch dial indicator. Alright, and this is an SPI. Now for some reason the regular back is in here. I don't know if this is convenience for packing or why they do this. Alright, this is made in India. And this is the back chamber. Alright, the movement feels fine. This dial, everything feels fine on this thing. Alright, so basically we just got to unscrew this and screw this one on here, and then we have clamping capabilities. But you'll you'll never put it in the box again. So I don't know why that is like that, but we're not complaining. This was thrown in with that mag base right there. Definitely is any mag base that's working strong, got the V slot in it, is well worth 32 bucks. And that's what's in the catalog this month right here. So you got a couple more days or a couple weeks here before we get to the end where that catalog is not valid anymore. All right, let me take a break here, and I'm going to change this out so we get this on here, and then we're going to show you the one that's going to go into the box. All right, we went ahead and we finished putting the SPI back together. And I kind of, while I have it out here, if anybody was wanting to know my opinion on the indicator, at least it's got a seal back here. Sometimes getting dirty on the back side, when your indicator rod comes out the back side, sometimes it gets dirty and it gets gummy and stuff like that. This is not a bad feature. You know, it's not, I'm not going to rate it a plus or anything else, and it is plastic, and I don't know if I'm going to totally destroy that. Faster, less, I don't know. It does have a good feel. Has like a ball tip on here. Of course, you know, well, it's on there pretty tight, but I'm not going to force it. I pretty well that they'll last the lifetime of the indicator anyway. I do have, you know, you say, how come you're not using Starrett? I do have Starretts. I've used Starretts for a long time, and I have 3 or so that actually I've already wore them out, and they need to go to the factory and stuff like that. But for the dollar anymore, you know, I just soon buy a dial and just put it into action. You know, the mag base is pretty hefty, and I like it. I like I said, I like the straight rod, not the adjustables, and not that there's anything wrong with the adjustables. I prefer to having a straight rod. Sometimes I just the flexing of it. All right. So I put that over on the lathe there, and this is going to be indicator I'm going to put into the box here. It's got a good magnet, good strong magnet. I've already gone ahead and I went ahead and dressed it on the lapping table, so it does have 2 nice crisp edges on it, and the clamps and everything else, a real nice dial, and the MHC Industrial Supply. This is I bought 2 of these last Christmas I think I bought them, and they've been pretty good dials. I've been real happy with them. I've been waiting for them to come on sale again. I just haven't seen them out there. So anyway, I got that. Now the bonus I'm going to throw in on this, and this is relating on to the next item here, and this is, and by the way, this is in the catalog. You guys have been asking where you can find the attachments for the 1-inch indicators that slip on the end and reach around and get the back side, and they are in the catalog here. And find out which page here. Just so you know, if you're on January Super Saver Price is effective through 2/18/13. It's on page 63, and it's called Starrett Dial Indicator Attachment. The whole attachment is what it is, and I got the 1 11/16, and that's, I believe, the length of it. They normally run 45 bucks, and this is on a whopping 43 bucks. It's not that it was that much of a sale. What, does it only fit on Starrett's? No, she just snug. She just snug. She got a split line back here. Okay, so that's my new one there. I'm going to test it on, let's even look at it on the SPI mag base here. See if it fits on that. Yep, it's just snug. It is a good snug fit. I'm happy. I'm going to try this out. Actually, let's just see if it'll fit on another one of my indicators as well. Alright, it fits on every style indicator that I have here. I just checked out 3. I have one like this, another one, and this SPI. So we're good to go. And this adapter here is going to go in the box with this indicator. So there's a new tool for the box. Okay, I just wanted to bring this in a little closer so you can see the adjustment I was talking about on this secondary rod here is just a spring-loaded, it's a joint with a spring-loaded pin right here, and you adjust this in and out, and that moves your finger in and out, and you can fine-tune your indicating on your dial indicator. And we'll put the we're gonna put the tip. We're just gonna lay it in here. We're not gonna organize. We're not gonna try to organize off the box. All right. What else did I pick up? There. I couldn't pass this up. Okay. That's a pair. That's 2 more guessometers there. Okay. Because they're 18 bucks a piece. And sometimes I trash mine out quite a bit. I do scribe with them. There's a lot of things that I probably shouldn't do with them that I actually do with them most of the time. But I don't like to have any heartburn for them. You know, I mean, if you accidentally drop one, you step on it, you crush it, you break it, it skips. Throw it away. At 18 bucks, you can't go wrong. So I'm not going to put one in this box at this time. I actually, and I have several items that are going to be on their way here from subscribers that have already contacted me via email that want to contribute tools to this box as well. And at first I go, you know, I'm going to fill this box up with some tools and I'm going to give it away. And I really, through putting that out there, other people want to join in. There's a lot of old timers out there, and you know, we need to keep the trade alive, the jobbing atmosphere with conventional machines. At least having that experience and even taking that along with you, even if you're pushing buttons and running CNC equipment, having the hands-on capabilities is very much important to the trade. And so as tools come in, and I already know that somebody's got a set of verniers that they want to put in the box, so I just happen to see those. That's a great price, and I try to if they're under 20 bucks, I try to grab at least a couple pairs of them so that I have them in the cupboard, and I can grab them and not have any heartburn. And you know, when I want a serious measurement, I have other ways to make a serious measurement. Not you know, I think just by design, they're got a little more room for error on measuring. That's all. I don't care the quality of them. I don't care the make of them. Okay, I went in the other room there, and In one of the wooden boxes that was appropriated from Vanessa's girlfriend's brother, Sean, he drank himself out of his liver, and there's no easy way to say that. And I went ahead and gave her as much money as I could afford to give her for Sean's tools. If she did inherit them, and in his collection he has this machinery handbook. This is an 11th edition, 4th printing. Total issues were 576,000. The Industrial Press, 148 Lafayette Street, New York. Sole distributors for the British Empire. Machinery Publishing Company, LED. Wartime address, 17 Marine Parade, Brighton, 1943. Now, it was in his box exactly like this. It has come unbound from its original cover. And it has some formulas that were written in here, and I haven't really, I haven't gone, it's not missing a single page, and it's fairly good condition. Maybe somebody can set it into a binding or a cover. But I'm going to add this machinery handbook to this box. And while I was in there, I went through another box and I pulled out a sort of a simple tool, a set of small hole gauges, and these are adjustable hole gauges, and they go all the way from 1/8 or 3 millimeter up to 1/2 inch or 13 millimeter. And I will I'll have to keep in mind here, and as I'm doing some work here, I use snap gauges a lot, but when you get down below your smallest hole that you actually have snap gauges for, these are what they call hole gauges, and you create the tension between the tip here, which is ball shaped, and they have a little wedge in there, and it spreads it open, and you rock back and forth on the split line until you get that feel in there, kind of like pulling the snap gauges through, except for you do feel the rock back and forth, and you get the feel of it, and then you test that same feel in your micrometer. And I'm gonna put these in. And of course, these are the same thing. Whenever you got snap gauges, you want to release them so they're relaxed in storage. And the same thing with these. You want to make sure that these are all relaxed, and that cone is all the way out of them. And I'm just going through and making sure that each one of these is the same way. Alright. And I think that's for it on adding tools to the box tonight or today. And we're gonna close it up until the next episode. What I wanted to do is give you a little view of what I've been working on this last week. So here's just some highlights. I've been pushing the envelope of a couple things here in the shop, and just trying to make some money. So I just got some glimpse of some highlights, and here they are. Alright, I had to come on here again. Alright, here we go. Now we're going to leave it like that until we prove our square, and we set our piece in here and get that tacked in there. Then we'll probably add another little one on the inside there, and we'll kind of dress it up. But we're going to grind it so that the bottom and the bottom, the back and the bottom are smooth to that corner. Here's his CAD. Okay. I added a little bit to his CAD for him. Alright, I'm opening up a package here that came in from my best friend Vince there. And before I get started and open this up, I just wanted to highlight Bill over on the West Coast sent me the spindle here that I have, and the project is making a Toolpost grinder, and I have run several different brands of Toolpost grinders throughout the shipyards, doing a lot of different things. We had a lot of grinding capability, especially in onesies, twosies, on off to different Stellite valves, and a lot of different things that we had to create just small, minute grinding areas and angles and stuff like that on just individual components. So that's where the Toolpost comes in handy. So anyway, this is going to be the spindle we're going to play with. Now this has grease zerk fittings here and everything else. This feels real good, but I want to go ahead and I'll be pulling this apart, and I'm going to see if I can't change this over to an oil bath. I just think it'll be a better run. So anyway, my best friend Vince found a pretty nice motor, and he showed it on the internet the other night there before he decided to go ahead and buy it and donate it to the cause here. And so I'm opening this up so we can take a look at it. Pretty nice little compact unit right there, and I think we'll be able to do something like that for the Toolpost grinder. And somewhere in between there, we're going to have up and down, and we'll have hold down mount for the top of the compound. So it's something to look forward to here coming up this year, because I definitely want to regrind my 3-jaw. I would like to take the bell mount out of my 4-jaw. And I need to have one here just for that onesies, twosies type of job that I need that little ground surface on there. Okay, one of the first things that I have to do is I went ahead and I hooked up the right combinations of wiring, because it originally was wound for high voltage, which was 480, and we're running on 220 or 240 volts. So we hooked up the right series of wires, and then we quickly took the cover off of our box and hooked it up to a fused link here, and when we flip the switch on, we are getting the current. Got nice air draft coming out of the fan here. It is drawn, nice and quiet, no vibration. Alright, thank you for the good sale, the good faith, and a good product and a good motor. And there you go, Vince. At least we did a test there, so you know, looks like we're good to go on this motor. You got to see a little bit of what I was working on this last week, but I also, before I did that, I was actually working on a project, a mail call project, and it had to do with a steady rest. So a lot of you wanted to see me build a steady rest, and well, anyway, I at least built half of a steady rest. The top half. Tony from New York got his own business, and he has a little South Bend lathe, and the steady rest on it was, the hinge was broken, and the top half and part of the hinge was completely missing on the steady rest for the little lathe. And he sent it up to me, and I completely reconstructed the hinge point and fabricated the top half, and then added rollers to it, so it'd be a rolling steady rest. And here's some highlight pictures of this. I wanted to give you a heads up on the next coming attraction. It'll be this steady rest. This is a mail call job that came in, back in, I guess, around September or so. He said no hurry, and I kind of been whittling around, but I finally jumped on it here this last week while you guys were watching The Broken Beaver. And so anyhow, I'm getting ready to package this back up, and I just wanted to go ahead and give you a heads up of the next video coming about. Alright, so, and also too, just kind of like highlighting how I actually ended up packing this up here, because it definitely didn't come in. I don't know where the box is now. It's pretty holy. In this video, I will start the editing on it, and I'm probably going to publish the whole thing at one time. Alright, so we're going to put the box away for another week. Alright, we've had 1 week there of some conversation and kicking back some ideas. And you guys are letting me know that everybody's not as honest as I would like to think, that we could actually have entries by comment and judged by thumbs up or thumbs down type of thing. This is how we're going to enter, and you can enter yourself, or you can have a sponsor enter you. And I would like, even if you enter yourself, I want you have got to prove your worthiness for the box. And I get some of the ideas that this is just a regular toolbox. Well, this isn't a regular toolbox. This is pretty much going to be a journeyman machinist tool chest, and it has machinist tools, not an average mechanic, not a diesel mechanic or an automobile mechanic, or it's not basically a mechanic's toolbox. It's going to be a machinist toolbox. And so I just want to clarify, your worthiness has got to be in the same trade. It's pretty important. I believe the old duffer that some of these old tools that I'm going to start stuffing in here, and other people are going to start sending in here, or what we actually think you should have in here. That's why I bought a couple of new tools, and they're important. That those tools you should have them. You should have them new. Those are kind of things that you wear out real fast. The square set, combination square set, and stuff like that. They get punished over a period of time. Everybody treats their tools a little different, and having the right tools is what we're trying to put in the box here for a journeyman machinist. And if you're in school or you're an apprentice and you're heading towards that way, and your mindset is to go in that line of work, and whether it doesn't have to be job shopping, it's not limiting you to production and things like that, but we're giving you the tools that you build your skills, and you can just about do anything you want to do as far as machine trade. And that's kind of what I like to see in the box here. All right, take 303. No, I'm joking. It's only 202. You know, I've had a couple times sitting here, and I actually had to go in and I had to actually write the guidelines for the giveaway, and I like to call it a giveaway. It's not a contest or a competition. I like to think that it's as fair, and it's going to be coming right down the line, and it's a drawing. Now, you have a certain requirement to get in on the drawing, let me set forth the guidelines for this. Alright, I'm going to cover the outline of the giveaway, and I'm going to read this straight on through. I've had several takes already. I haven't made it all the way through without deviating off of it anyway. The entry instructions are made up of 2 steps. The first step is writing in your nomination for a worthy person within the comment section of the giveaway videos in this series. Between this video and part 2 and the yet to be announced video in November. I'm going to have a certain cutoff point in November only because I want to be able to fully be able to judge nominations before I have an actual cutoff and we load up a container of some kind for the drawing. And I just want to leave, I mean, you know, this is going to go on for nearly a full year. From here, we're still in January, and we're going to probably cut it probably the middle of November, you know. That's well enough to get in and get some input and create the nominations and have enough judging time to actually get you in to qualify. You only have 500 characters of which to use to direct viewers to your channel, website, Facebook, or other means, where viewers can sum up your nominee's worthiness and then comment on your entry itself. So your entry into the comment section will channel them to where your information's at. They will be able to see and judge your worthiness and then come back to the comment section and create a comment. So we're really not going to be judging thumbs up, thumbs down, or whatever, and it's going to be a physical comment on yours, a return comment on your comment, and that way it's not just going to be a number game. Alright? The second step is to write an email to us nominating your worthy person at yougotmybox@gmail.com. I was pretty lucky to get that email address just the other day, so I can have the emails sent to that address. I thought that was pretty cool. In this email, you should include a summary of why your nomination is worthy of the giveaway. Also include the link to the locations to learn more about the nominee. You also need to include the address where we need to send the tool chest. Must be place capable of receiving UPS, FedEx, or US mail. Those are my 3 choices that I can actually get the box to you. And if you're way out in the boonies and you know, I can't get it there. So you're definitely going to have an address that will be able to ship it with one of those 3 carriers there. It's kind of the only limit. You know, I have no idea what this is going to weigh or how much it's going to cost me to ship it wherever. We'll make it happen. And also too, you know, it's hey, we'll come across that at the time there. I'm sure I'll be able to take some of the contribution money and stuff like that and help get it wherever it needs to really get going. All right, let's move on to the next step. Judging and qualifying a nomination into the drawing. We will make the call of a worthy nomination. We, meaning as in myself and my family, also if interested, others that have donated items to the box, and I have a few chosen subscribers I will consult in their choices of nominations. Between the nominees' entry, web page, site, and feed in the comments will be the huge part in being qualified for the drawing. As we qualify nominations, the name of the nominees will be listed at the end of the videos themselves as we lead up to the time of drawing. Not in any specific order, and the list will grow as we progress in time with each videos. The drawing will be a collection of copied emails of the original nominations that have been chosen worthy, rolled up and taped in the shape of a rolled tube, placed in a container and mixed up and drawn by my wife Vanessa. And I've kind of come up with this way of going about the giveaway so that there's interest parties, interaction, there's a true test of worthiness for the machinist chest. This is a machinist tool chest. This is not a standard mechanics tool box, and it's not a carpenter's box. It's pretty specific for a journeyman's machinist trade, and that's what you're being worthy of, is being worthy of a machinist trade. And that's what this giveaway is about. And don't forget, you know, I need to be able to get it to you. So your residence or your place or where you're going to be able to pick this box up will have to at least get there by UPS, FedEx, or US mail. Now, along with the drawing for the box, I'm probably going to include some other items that we will draw and give away. The drawing will consist of a couple of different drawings for a couple different things, and I don't really have all the details on that, but just kind of like putting in the plugs there for you. And I'm sure that you guys will come up with questions as is. I am looking forward to your entries and start going through and reading them, and I'm sure that viewers are also interested. And we did get a couple nice pieces put into the box here this episode, and like I said, we got a couple things coming. Probably by the time I get ready for the next video, we will have them here, and you know, we'll get to see some new stuff going into the box here. All right, until next time, get her done. We got it pretty well squared away now. I reserve the right to change my mind.